Gentlemen, we are blessed to live in a time period that we have Blue Lock and Ashi going at the same time. It's crazy. So sad that it's ending. But if you are reading this, you must have like screamed at your screen like I did. But because this was peak. So we're drawing this panel, the panel. I'm on a landscape page. Pencil eraser, hit pause if we go too fast. Serious pose. I'm not going to explain anything because if you're here, you know what's going on. So let's just try with a frowning eyebrow. And it's an intense frowning eyebrow. Right, so a strong tick, and then we got to darken up sort of the front section. And like because it's sort of manga, it's like dirty, scratchy, and you know, it's kind of, there's all sort of lines around it and all that kind of stuff. So you can do that if you want, but I'll try and keep it a bit simple for you. Right, and then, so his eye, right? So we go kind of curved, right? So front of it touches the eyebrow, and then the back comes around. And it's heavy, dark, thick line. Comes down the back. It's kind of the line with the back of the eyebrow there, maybe. Maybe an eyelid line, just say there and maybe there. So his bottom eyelid's just a curve, basically, fairly basic curve here. We do have like some stress lines and stuff around. Right, and then so he's got like this bullseye like eye, right? So it's kind of wide as well. It's not like perfectly circular. So then he goes sort of a pupil in the middle. Now, you can leave it like that if you want. Like, he looks pretty intense. But in the manga, they do like an extra little layer, which makes him look even angrier. And I will leave it like that. And are his eyes yellow? It's kind of cool if they are, because I've seen some colored versions. But that'll do for that side. So we will attempt to go over and say, so if we went like this way, because like his nose goes down here, and then we go across the top of the eyebrow again. Heavy frown, darken it up at the front. Lots of wrinkles and stuff here. Right, and then his eye comes out the back. Kind of hugs the eyebrow a bit. There, and then the front of it is like here somewhere. Very dark. And then the bottom curved eye line kind of just there. Right. Okay. So then the other eye, again, kind of like it's sort of long. Or should I say wide, you know? And pupil in the middle. Intense looking Ashito. And then they give him that sort of bullseye sort of look in his eye. Okay, right, so again, kind of stress lines around his eye as well. Lots of sweat and all that kind of stuff. But we'll just add maybe bridge of his nose there, some hatching on the top. And then what way we do the nose? So it's kind of done manga, but I'll tell you, I'll go this way. Down there first, and then we'll put a nostril there. I think that's a better way of doing it. And then his mouth, so he's like downturned. Kind of like that, kind of like dimples or something here in the corner. Right, and then his bottom lip. Like that, and then chin, pretty pointy chin there. This has an extra curve there, but could be just a manga thing. Okay, so jaw, well, like proportions, sorry, before I move on, about top eyelid to nostril there is about the same as nostril to chin, just if you're wondering how far apart things are. And the eyes are bigger, obviously. They're fairly, like this way, you know. They're quite big. They're not in proportion, really. But here we have top eyelid to nostril, or the middle of the eyebrow to nostril, is about the same as nostril to chin. And then nostril to the bottom lip, about the same as bottom lip, like the middle of the bottom lip. See, like there to there, about the same as there to there. And you can go for your jaw. Go now, and it kind of just gradually curves. Up like that. And then the other side goes kind of out a bit and up then. And it kind of joins his ears, really. Kind of disappears into his ears. So see what we've got. So it's loads of hair then up this side, but we can see his earlobe. Let's say here. Kind of in line with his nose. And this will go sort of around here. It disappears under his hair. But you've got, like, you know, ear lines inside. And then a bit of his ear on this side. Can't see it all because of his hair. Like a hair spike there. So then the rest is kind of like hair. So we're going to just start adding spikes. So all coming down across his forehead. Like, say, like his ear is kind of covered with some. So we just gotta keep going with this, keep adding them. So we do one coming across this way. If you want to make this bit like real dramatic, they have like lots of hatching and shadow and stuff on it. If you'd like to do that, you can. And there's kind of a bigger one like hanging down there. Some behind his ear here. And then we got to bring this all around his head. So let's see, it's just kind of round. Yeah. So we just go for it now. And sometimes he adds like single strands and stuff, you know, coming that way. You can do that if you want, or you can do it more sort of anime style. But just normally does this kind of spiky thing, standard. Sticks up in the middle here. Just adding like little ones on the inside, kind of texture lines and stuff, trying to build it up really. But of course the manga artist does like way cooler, because it's all black and shadowed and shaded and all that kind of stuff. I think that's alright for us. And of course I'll colour it brown and all that kind of thing. Okay, let's move on to anatomy. Well, drips on the face first, actually. Yeah, so neck, thin neck, not like overly muscular. Like so, kind of. Right, and then we got some neck muscles just coming in this way. And Adam's apple there. And then his collar comes around his shirt. Right, and then there's a black rim to his jersey. It seems to come down around here. Disappears behind his hand. So he's got like these two hands sort of sticking up, right? And one of them is like in front of his shoulder here. So I'll stop that there. And we'll just get the other side in, right? So it's bumpy shoulder going down this way, right? To where the sleeve and the arm comes out here. And boom, arms coming down this way. This is like shoulder area sort of a thing, and there's all folding lines on his shirt there. So that's like the side of his body there. He's an arm coming down here. The other side of his body is about here, about the same width of his hair, just down. But his like arm covers that, right? So, and there's all detail inside here. So you got like Kaido written across 33. So well, I'll do this arm and hand first. This one. And then I'll do details across here. So we'll go bicep coming out from the sleeve, right? So that's his bicep tricep, right? Comes down to his elbow. And then the forearm comes up that way. And then there's like just this little curve for his sleeve, right? Maybe I'll do the other sleeve before I do the hands. So his other elbow's kind of straight up here. So the top of that sleeve, this little curve for this one is there. And then it bumps a little bit because it's got folds and stuff on it, and wrinkles and all that kind of stuff. Comes down to his elbow. There. And so tricep will come up into his sleeve. Joins the shoulder somewhere here. It'll go around the back of his hand then. Okay. Okay. So, hands. We'll go here first. So we're kind of just straight up fingers, kind of, you know, doing this kind of thing. Come on, right? So, side of the hand, go down into here. Then you got like a wrist bone or something there. Wrist on this side, and then his thumb sticks out here. Let's see your thumb knuckle. First one that way. Next one sort of curves out here, then around to the top of the thumb. Curves around there. And then down that way. Right, and then fingers, right? So they're kind of bumpy, right? They've got some knuckles on them. So a few bumps going up. And then around the top. And it's always the middle finger which sticks out the most, say. So this one. Then the ring finger is kind of smaller. And then the baby finger. There. And then we'll just go down the side and then build up the rest of them. That's kind of the shape, right? And each of these would be a finger. I think there's a gap in this one. And then we got like knuckles. And then some knuckle lines coming across the fingers as well. And then we need fingernails. I could get some hand bones just going down that way. Right, we'll just finish off the shoulder in there. Right, that's not bad. And then we'll do the other one. So the other one, fingers come up and like more towards his face, like go in that side, right? So, go. Wrist at the back. Wrist at the front. Kind of this kind of wine glass shape. Kind of bumps out more here. Up to the thumb. More sort of knuckle bumps and stuff. And then fingers, all of them going this way, right? And they're relatively straight on this side. And kind of long, you know, and three sort of sections. So you have like one knuckle, second knuckle, then tip of the finger. So say from here, so again, one sort of knuckle line, then the next one kind of joins the tip of that finger because the next one's longer, and then around, and you try and do that again. 2, 3, then around. And this one, 1, 2, 3, around. This one's always smaller. Well, I think there's a gap actually in this one, so it goes here down. Okay, and then we put like the knuckles in. And fingernails. Don't know if we should see a thumbnail there, maybe like a little edge of it. There's sweat all on the hands as well, actually, I missed that. Right, Kaido. So, and like symbols and stuff. So I'll draw them in as best I can. So there's like a little horse here. I know it's not a horse. This may or may not be accurate. It's like an M. Something like that, and then there's like a circle here with all text. I won't do the text, we'll keep it just minimal. But I'll do the big Kaido one here. Okay, and it can be wavy, right? Because the fabric of his clothes are wavy. Just like large lettering. As best you can. If you want to use a stencil or anything for that kind of thing, you can, of course. I imagine the guy in the manga artist does. It's very straight. Or he could digitally add it, you know. Well, maybe he's just that good. Black line coming down here. Some fold lines on the jersey. There's a black line running down here as well, and down the side. And here too. Yeah, black there. So cool. I always like putting like debris in the air for stuff like this, dramatic sort of scenes in mangas and animes. But if you're not reading this, I highly recommend Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.